Happy summertime, y'all. It's me, Slay by Jordan. All right, y'all. The company we'll be working with today is Ishowbeauty. So they sent me over 3 bundles of 24-inch body wave. The bundles are full from root to tip, and these bundles are single wefted. So being that it's getting hotter outside, y'all know it's summertime, we're going to do some more color today. We're going to do a traditional old school honey blonde brown ombre. We're going to use our BW2 powder and our 50 volume developer. Make sure you have your coloring bowl and brush and some gloves. You don't want to irritate your skin. I use 5 scoops of the bleach and then I just filled it up with 50 volume developer. Make sure your consistency is thick, but not too thick to where it can't spread. Now I'm just applying that bleach like halfway down the bundle. Make sure as you're applying it that you're brushing it through, that you flip it over on the other side and get that side as well. And also that you split the bundle open so you can get in between those parts that you just can't get from just applying it on top and on the underside. And you just want to make sure that it's evenly distributed. And then once you get to that line of demarcation that you're going to stop your bleach at, turn your brush vertical and do some light feathered strokes just to make sure you don't have such a harsh line of demarcation like black line and then blonde. Like you want it to kind of blend into like the blonde.
Why would you tell me those lies? Why would you make it so bold to my face? Why are your stories all over the place? Whole lot of secrets friends don't keep safe. Where did your friends all go? I can't solve your problems. You say your problems never needed solving. I was too good, so you should have stayed silent. Nice guys always finish off where they started. Deja vu, you wanted things and you got it. Deja vu, I wanted smoke and I got it. Deja vu, deja, deja. It's not that I want you here. It's not the way you said.
So now I am done applying this bleach to this bundle. I'm just going to sit it to the side and repeat those same steps of the other 2 bundles. This is all the bundles with the bleach on it. And now I'm going to cover it with another trash bag just to try to encapsulate some of that heat in there so it can, process quicker and process to a higher level of blonde. I let that sit, y'all, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. I really had lost time. I never timed this anymore. I just, leave it alone. Once I see that it was finished processing, I went ahead and rinsed that out with some warm water. You already know I'm going to use my Dawn dish detergent to get rid of all that bleach residue and just get rid of anything that's in the hair. We just want to go ahead and kill that automatically. After I rinse that Done dish detergent out, I'm going to hit it with some Shimmer Light shampoo. This is not going to do very, very much for the hair because it's not, it's not a 613 blonde, but it will get rid of some of those brassy tones. It's not going to do a tremendous job, but it will get rid of some of those tones. If you want a more aggressive tone, use the actual toner, but I ain't got time for all that, baby. I actually wanted this hair to be a little bit on the golden warmer side of the blondes. I just do this to all my blonde hair regardless. Just add a little purple shampoo. I don't know. It's just for aesthetics at this point, really. And then you're going to rinse that out as well with some warm water. Now I'm about to hit it with my favorite conditioner for weave, my silicone mix bamboo. We're going to put that all over the hair and make sure we brush that through with a paddle brush. And while that conditioner is still sitting on the hair, we're going to add some Adore Crystal Clear. If you notice that when you bleach hair or do highlights on weave or even with real hair, you notice like the luster in the hair on the blonde part, it's just not giving, like it's blonde. It could be a light blonde, but it just looks dry looking. It doesn't shine. This is what that Crystal Clear is going to do. It's going to make sure that we add that shine and that luster back in the hair. I prefer the Adore version over the Kiss Temptation version of the Crystal Clear. It's not a dye, y'all. It's literally just a clear coat that you put on top of the hair to give it some more luster. So you can even put this on your natural hair as well, and it will give it some luster and some shine. So I put that over the hair while the conditioner was still on there. Brushed that all the way through. I put all the bundles in that plastic bag, and I let them sit overnight. So the hair was sitting in that conditioner and that crystal clear color for about maybe like 8 hours. But like I said, it's not color. It's just a clear coat. It is the following morning, and we're going to take those bundles out that plastic bag, and we're going to rinse them out with cool water. Make sure you use the coldest water that your faucet can give you, and we're just going to rinse that out until all the product is out. Make sure that you also brush it through while you're rinsing it out, and that will be the color process for this traditional old school honey blonde brown ombre. And these are the bundles that I wringed them out. As you can see, that color is popping. These bundles took color really well. It's now time for the install. Say hey to my girl, Yummy Yum. Her hair is growing so well. Of course, with that Jordan touch, you already know how we do it. Today, we'll be doing a middle part traditional quick weave. So we're just gonna part her hair in the middle first, and then we're gonna separate our leave out for the leave out at the top. We're also gonna separate out her edges on the side. And we're going to also separate out some hair in the back because she does love to throw her hair up in a claw clip, and we don't want her tracks showing in the back. And now we're about to start her braid down. When I do the very start of the braid, I don't braid it straight down. I kind of do it sideways first and then angle it down. That just gives it more of an anchor. Because I've noticed when you just braid the braid straight down and you sew anything on top of it, like at that very last section that's close to the leave out, it hurts because you're literally just sewing on like strands of hair. It's no braid right there because it's the very beginning of the braid. So I like to kind of like braid it sideways a little bit first and then braid it down just to give it more stability, as I don't really like to add braiding hair into my braid downs unless really necessary. So that's why you see my braids are going like sideways and then going straight down. I just feel I feel it gives more stability. But I'm just doing your traditional braid pattern. I don't even have to explain it. You can just see what I'm doing.
I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option, due to unusual rain and thunder, baby I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking
And now her breakdown is done. I'm just gonna sew that loose end with some blonde thread. That way, she or whoever takes out her quick weave, and even me, I know what is thread and what is hair. It just makes it more easier.
Hello, stranger. Fame's been waiting. Just as I recall that, ass is still amazing. Playing back, saying baby, love it, shit, you know I'm crazy.
So now I'm gonna oil her scalp with some Do Grow anti-itch oil. With my quick weaves, you can for sure oil your scalp or grease your scalp. That's what I love about my method of quick weaves. I don't like the traditional method of quick weaves where the only thing on your scalp is like gel or that growth protection solution stuff. I just feel like that's really drying up the hair. I do like to always like put some type of product on the scalp that's not just a gel or a protective agent. I like to actually put like an oil, a moisturizer, or grease, whatever, something. Now we're just gonna add our black wrap strips. This is gonna protect her hair from getting glue on it. We wanna make sure that we cover each braid that's gonna be covered with tracks. And once we do that, we're gonna put a traditional black stocking cap on top and sew it down with our blonde thread all the way around the perimeter. Now you're gonna flip that cap up and you're gonna cut off all those excess wrap strips, and then we're gonna flip it back down and spray that cap with our Pump It Up Gold Spritz, and we're gonna make sure we get that cap really wet because that Pump It Up Gold Spritz is gonna it's gonna be what helps keep your tracks adhered to the cap. And we're just gonna blow dry that on high until it's fully dry, and then we're gonna cut off all that excess cap and remainder wrap strips. So this is the perfect foundation for a protective and secure quick weave. Now it's time to install our wefts. So this is the bundle after it has dried fully. I've already applied my glue to the weft, and now we're just gonna start adhering these wefts to her cap. You see the method, the way I install, I just put the glue along the track and then, just cut until I have to add more glue. Or you can do the traditional method, which is, measure the track, cut it, apply the glue, and then paste it on the cap. Whatever works for you, works for you. You can glue 2 tracks at one time. I see a lot of people do that as well. Just get the tracks on the cap, y'all. Don't make it hard. Whatever method works for you, works for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Feeling young, but they treat me like the OG. And they want the T on me, I swear these bitches nosy. Said he put some money on my head, I guess we gon' see. I won't put no money on this shit, my niggas owe me. I gotta be single for a while, you can't control me. Uno those traits in a race, they can't hold me. And I show my face in the case, so you know it's me. Imitation isn't flattery, it's just annoying me. And I'm too about it. And the dirt that they threw on my name turned to soil, and I grew about it. Time for y'all to figure out what y'all gon' do about it. Big wheels keep rolling, rolling. I'm outside, 29, G5, seaside. I've been losing friends and finding peace. But honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. If I ever heard one, and I'm still here outside. Front line, south side. I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me. Look, don't invite me over if you throw another pretty party. Looking back, it's hard to tell you where I started. I don't know who loved me, but I know that it ain't everybody. I can never love her, she a busybody. Baby, if you want me, can't be turning up with everybody. Nah, can't be fucking on this anybody. Yeah, I got feelings for you, that's the thing about it. Yeah, you know that it's something when I sing about it. Yeah, mama used to be on disability, but gave me this ability. And now she walking with her head high and her back straight. I don't think you feeling me, I'm out here being everything they said I wouldn't be, it couldn't be. I don't know what happened to them guys that said they would be. I said, see you at the top and they misunderstood me. I hold no resentment in my heart, that's that maturity. And we don't keep it on us anymore, it's with security. I'm outside, 29,
Occasionally, after I style a couple of tracks, I will spray spritz on top of that last track and then blow dry it just to make sure everything is secured to that cap. And then I go right back to gluing in my tracks as normal.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Feeling young, but they treat me like the OG. And they want the T on me, I swear these bitches nosy. Said he put some money on my head, I guess we gon' see. I won't put no money on this shit, my niggas owe me. I gotta be single for a while, you can't control me. Uno those traits in a race, they can't hold me. And I show my face.
We've laid her last track, and now it's time to spray that top where the leave out, around where the leave out is, with spritz and blow dry it. And then our installation process will be done. Now I'm going to spray my Bazzani heat screen heat protectant spray all over her weave, mainly on the part that I bleached blonde. We definitely want to protect that from heat. I've already pressed out her back leave out off camera, and what I'm going to do now is show you all me pressing out her edges and her leave out at the top. So what I like to do for the leave out is press it out first with my hot comb, and then I want to add some serum to the hair and then press it out with my nano titanium flat iron. And then we're going to use our boar bristle brush just to blend the hair in with the weave more.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. I just want a roughneck nigga on the tongue. You just wanna send me automatic with a drum. Ask me if I'm finished now, I just begun. I ain't giving out no money to no nigga just for fun. Are you dumb? The man, I don't know no other man. You like 100 niggas just for 100 bands. I don't even got me 100 bands. I'm still gonna make me 100 M's with 100 plans. Give me peso, extendo. I carry just like a prego.
And look at how laid that leave out is, y'all. We didn't use any black spray, no enhancements. This is just straight up just Raw Talent in her natural leave out. We sprayed some spritz on top just to, combat frizz and, just keep it in place over the days. I'm adding that same serum mainly to the ends of her weave, and we're going to press out just the ends. Y'all already know we doing beach waves yet again. I just love doing beach waves, y'all. I want to be a beach wave. It just, it just is that girl. But we're just going to press out her ends. We're not going to press out the entire thing. Um, because we want the curls to actually kind of hold some. Because if you press out the whole thing, baby, them curls waves is not gonna hold. But being that we don't curl the ends, I don't just want them frizzy looking, so I like to straighten them. Once we are done straightening the hair, we're going to add our layers. I'm using my razor comb and using her leave out as a guide. I follow where her hair ends and I start slicing downwards towards the back at a diagonal. And this is how we're going to create our layers. I also went in off camera and did a few interior layers, but that was nothing major to show on camera. This is just the main thing you need to make your beach waves pop. Add some face frame layers in the front and drag it all the way around to the back. And then make you a blunt line at the very bottom of the hair just to give it some weight. And you are good to go. And now on to the beach waves, which y'all should know how to do already by now. It's just basically just a regular curl. You just don't curl the ends. And then when you're done with the curl, you just twirl it off the rod in the same direction that you curled in. So I'll be twirling the rod to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. And boom, you have your beach wave. I'm going to hit it with some Sebastian Shaper Plus hairspray just to give it some hold, keep that curl, because I don't pin my beach waves. I just let them drop and, gravity, pushes on the hair. So the curl of the wave may not last as long. So I try to, spray it with some hairspray just to make sure it does last some. You can always use a stronger hairspray like freeze spray or even New York spray. Just whatever works for you. And now we are on our last curl in the front. I like to show y'all. I wanted to show y'all from this angle because I'm usually only always showing y'all from the back. I wanted y'all to see how I actually curl the front, which is pretty much the same as the back. But I am going to like pin it a certain way so that the hair can fall on her face. You'll see that. And did you peep how when I was combing her hair back, you can't see the tracks? That's what you call a good installation. Now I'm gonna take these hair clips that don't put dents in the hair, and we're just gonna clip her hair exactly where we want it to fall in her face, and then we're gonna hairspray that. You'll see the purpose of this in the end once you see how it's flowing in her face. I got this technique from the Christopher Kyle on Instagram, so shout out to him. Now all of the beach waves are done, so we're just gonna comb out the hair and, you know, style it as desired, how we want it to lay. And this is gonna be the finishing product coming up real soon. When I tell you this hair is eating, it's giving summertime, fine, grown, and sexy, baby. Like this hair with a red lip, yes. And can you believe these are only 3 bundles and they're single wefted, not double wefted? Shout out to iShow Hair. Let's get into this finishing style.
Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual.
Make sure you check the description box below on more information on how to purchase this hair. I thank you all so much. Goodbye.